Okay, welcome back to the Kerbal stream program. We're going to go ahead and go back into our Kerbal stream program save. And we're going to try one more different design for the Laythe water wheel. If you remember last time we did Laythe water wheel. The fastest one was that one, right? Yeah. That was the fastest one. And that rolls on its side through the water without any problem. What we're going to do this time is we're going to go with the Laythe water wheel redux Mark 1. And we're essentially going to go ahead and say we're going to rebuild this thing a little bit different from what it is now. Essentially, we're going to rip off all of the fins. And we're going to, I guess I'll keep this one. Yeah, but what I will do is I'll build it on one side and then copy paste it over. So float that for now. Let's see. If I keep this just to have something that actually works as a heat shield on re-entry. We said last time that 6 is the perfect number for this. I want to employ a little technique that I saw the guy who is doing the little contest for this use. Honestly, maybe just one more so we can have this at a good distance. If I was to use this here, that would overlap so fucking hard. Okay. Let's see. Let's say we do this. Would still overlap a bit. Also, this is not... That doesn't really do anything anymore for the re-entry, does it? Like, I might want to not have that. Don't know. Deflate. Deflate. All of these, please. Why do I have to deflate them all manually? Well, on re-entry, we definitely want them all to go at the same time. Because worst thing that could happen is it shields something. It does what it's supposed to do. So just to have a little bit of... How about you actually put that on everything? Thank you. Just to have a little bit of stability enhancement. Don't know. Just feels right to do. here. Also, we might want this a little bit over here so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's better. From here to here. From here to here. And from here to here. And from here to here. Oh wait, those are already in existence. More like from let's see if that works. Is the hatch now obstructed? Yeah, no, good. Action groups. Yep. Now, I'm pretty sure that this will not by itself do anything if I actually deploy this. But I want to just see if it does anything. And I'll also make this happen. Oh, wait. If I do... Well, that should actually work. Wait. X... Since it shouldn't actually go any more into the water than that thing is. I'll just really quickly save this. I'm not sure if this will work at all. Also, I'm pretty sure it won't work at all. Now, if I just let this roll into the water, it won't work. We already know that. Since it didn't work with the first one, those things aren't built to carry anything on land. So give me a decoupler. Man, I can't wait for the update that makes those decouplers less stupid. Big. All the redesigns, they're really good. Anyway, if we just put one of these under that. This has 2.6 thrust to weight. This is totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and use these as fins. Why are you not angle snapping? That's probably overkill on the fins, but I'm fine with that. Also, this is probably going to flip out like crazy, because why not? We want a pilot in there, thank you. Jeb and Val both take one command pod. Nobody, well, the scientist can go into the science module. And launch. Question mark? Actually, just in case. We want this to be on something. Launch. That stage is not correct. That now launches the clamps before I launch the engine. Control from here. Thank you. SAS on. Full throttle. Put that up here. And boom. You're not oriented the correct way, but that's fine. Don't expect you to be. I don't expect anything really. This flies better than the last one. What to heck? Well, whatever. I'm going to do this. Roughly orient myself on the horizon. Open the chutes now that I can. And open the inflatable heat shields. Even though they are not done for heating, those are inflatable floating shields in this in this case. Also, holy heck, we're getting slow. Physical time warp time. Why are you behaving the way you're behaving? 5.6, that should be fine. I'm very interested to see if that's actually going to propel itself anywhere. I'm doubting it. I'm kind of amazed that this actually sinks as far as it does. Either way, E, and that's... Yeah. Not really. This is slower. This is way slower. Now, just to see, how far is this going? Okay, so if I was to say only put these on there and put the extra reaction wheel away, would that help? Because that right now actually looks like it's having problems with that. I'm going to revert flight. Oh, I wanted to revert flight, thank you. Well, I guess we're going to recover you. As we will do for that. So if I'd say get rid of this, put this back on. Same up here. Get rid of these. Put this back on. It looks a little bit less heavy. And we'll see if that does anything. Other than that, well, I'm just going to call this Mark II and see how far that goes. Launch. The staging is still not right. Also, we're controlling from the wrong vessel again. From the wrong cockpit. Rename vessel. On it. Control from here, for fuck's sake. Then make sure this is actually in the same stage. SAS on, go. Why the 10 FPS? Game, please. Time warp. Why are you turning? That moment when half of the stream is gonna be time warping again. Physical time warping. Okay, so it swims. Not necessarily a lot better than the first version, but let's see. If we do this, it has the same problem as the first version of this. Yeah. Okay, so we can't have multiple of these go in circles because they fucking... Okay, good. Then my first design is actually going to be the one that we're going to try on Laythe. So... revert flight. So this was the only other design I had in mind. Apparently it doesn't work, so let's see what we're gonna do about that. So what did work though Which one was the fastest? Laythe water wheel. Mark 5, 6, Mark 8. This literally only has these as a swimming, like, inflatable floating device, and these as paddles, and they work incredibly well since this actually makes it to like what, 4 point something. I actually want to try out how fast it actually goes again. Give me a big airstream shield because I don't trust you. Could you close off? Thank you. Also, I'm going to use the same things I used on the other thing for this, and try to launch that. Please do me a favor and don't do that. Just to see how fast that actually went. Whoa. Why did you do that? You didn't do that before. Excuse me? Control from here. Yeah, that's fine. Full throttle is fine. Oops! Revert flight to launch. Put that up there, please. Heck you. Control from here. Isn't that so hard? God. This is actually still facing the right way, so I can actually go right to 90 degrees. Heck you in the butt. Can you... Revert flight to vehicle assembly. First of all, ejection force up. Second of all, put that in here. Third of all, that's fine. Why? Why though? Well, I don't care. I'll take the water over there. That note over there is gonna take me too long. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. No, not to vehicle assembly. Actually, yeah, to vehicle assembly. I'll just take this off real quick. Take this off. Say shift click. Boom, boom. And that. Then you're going to save this and you're going to launch this. Yeah, why not always? And boom. And boom. Should be fine. Hello, fairy. Time warping the game. Okay. .6. I mean, that's actually an acceptable speed in my book. I like this thing. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We're gonna recover this vessel. And we're actually gonna get this over to Laythe for a test. Also, we're gonna get it up for a re-entry test first, because it should be coming down like one of the heat shields first. With this, we're going to take a little bit of a different approach. I'm just going to overbuild this by a lot, but I'm going to put thing under that, tank and engine. That's 2000 delta V, and a decoupler and another bunch of tanks. Oops. Alt click for copying, thank you. If I just put one of these, that's not enough, so I might as well put one of these. That's actually enough, and then we're going to put like a bunch of boosters around it. So XXX. Why is that under these? It isn't. Should be here. There. Actually, only 1.7 delta V, really? Frickin' not delta V. Thrust to weight. 1,500 delta V makes that 6,000, should be enough for going to orbit and back. Aerodynamics. Cone. Strut. Strut. And done. Frickin' these and those, cause I already see this not going the way I want it to go. Half the solid fuel should be enough. Okay. So these go with the decoupler. Don't know why those don't automatically go there. Okay, this goes with this. This goes with this. This and this goes at the same time. And then those go. Yep. We can put that a little bit further down. That's more realistic. Mark III re-entry test. Save. Launch. SAS on. And in 3, 2, 1, launch. Falcon Heavy is nothing against this. I'm glad fairing mass isn't calculated by size. Is it? Nice cross. Gonna actually pull up a little bit so I keep my apoapsis ahead of me. Fairing's getting hot. You know what, we might as well go for extreme conditions. And go like for a 140-meter orbit. And there we are. Let's just go for that. And see if that can hold itself. That re-enters the atmosphere the way I want it to re-enter. I like my Kerbal Stream program flag, by the way. With my luck, I'm going to land in the ocean. Please. I'm going to hit land, am I not? Come on. Heck. Okay, we're getting warm. Gonna land on land. But yeah, that's not actually the thing that we need to worry about on this flight anyway. But yeah, seems to be fine on the whole holding itself stable thing. Yep. Approved for re-entry. Works fine. What's not gonna work fine though is this landing on a mountain, but I want to see that anyway. This isn't a fucking mountain wheel, so I like how the inflatable heat shield is making sparks on the stone. Everybody's dead! Woo! Hey, Valentina survived. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. Okay, so it works on Kerbal, so it should work on Laythe. I just want to know how much it actually how fast it actually goes on Laythe. Now the cheat menu can set me to an orbit around Laythe. So I don't necessarily need to go to Laythe manually, is what I'm saying. Let's see. Let's see if I just put this away for now, launch, and say set me to a Laythe orbit. Orbit of Laythe, semi-major axis. Heck if I know, set orbit. This is fine. Now, SAS on retrograde. I like the cheat menu sometimes. And then we go down by a bit. Till like at the 10s or something. 16 should be fine. And then we say goodbye stuff. Hello heat shields. And hello time warp. Hello Jewel. This looks good. Okay, time warp killed itself. So we are in the atmosphere. We're burning. All right. Coming in pretty hot, I gotta say. With my freaking luck, I'm gonna land on Laythe. Cause just generally screw having fun is what the game is thinking. Screw you and your fun. Also, we're not on the light side of Laythe. Which makes this substantially less awesome. We are over water though. That layer looks weird. The cloud layer. Stop looking weird. Either way. Goodbye, moon. Sun. Why did I say moon? Moon's got nothing to do with this. Anyway. Would have been stupid if we had actually landed on Laythe with... I can see Kerbal from here. Pale blue dot match. I can actually see Kerbal. Sometimes distant object enhancement is really good. That there is Kerbal, that pale blue dot. So Laythe does have a little bit less gravity than Kerbal. It has also a thinner atmosphere. So I'm really excited to see how well this wheel is gonna work. I'm also gonna wait until sunrise, because as cool as this dusk looks, it doesn't make for good video material to not see where you're going. That's that. Then we're going to time warp until we have light. Broad daylight. That works, I guess, but I'd have broader daylight, rather. That's good. And now we spin. Okay, it's actually slower on Laythe. To heck? Why are you turning? Does it actually matter which way I'm spinning you? Weird. Anyway, so it makes like 3.6 on Laythe. That's actually an acceptable speed, I guess. Yeah. I think that's totally acceptable speed. We're going to revert this to the vehicle assembly. And I guess that's it for KSP for today. I'm going to be switching to some rhythm gaming. So stay tuned if you're into Project Diva. Gonna playing some Future Tone, and I'll see you in a second. So I'll be right back.